I wonder, is YouTube kind of like TikTok, or is, I'm new to this, uploading videos and actually making videos of myself. I've never been a very photogenic feeling person. I always felt like I looked like a dork. Got a big old chalage. And a unibrow. One continuous brow. But hey, man, it's nutty. It's, yeah. But I would just want somewhere where I can put videos and not have to worry about them being shoved up people's asses on a For You page. I mean, there are some videos that I like to be shoved up people's asses on a For You page, but some of them I kind of want to do like a video diary, or maybe like a video biography. What is it? Autobiography. Auto video a video autobiography. And be able to, because you can write something down or you can say it, but when you have the eyes involved and the facial expressions, that's what I'm known for, apparently. Apparently my facial expressions are like, I can say something and make your face, and people will be like, oh, I don't understand what you mean, man. You made that weird face. It's like, yeah, but didn't you hear the word? Didn't you hear what came out? It was, just because I made a crazy face doesn't mean that I'm mad or I'm angry. Maybe I'm just making some weird face or something. But, yeah, and that's why text messaging is so fucked up for me. Because I have a stupid sense of humor, and I put it through the text, and even if I put an LOL at the end of it, it's like people don't think I'm laughing. They don't think I'm joking. They're like, you said LOL, but I did, were you serious? Yeah, man. Yeah, I really am. I'm serious. I'm gonna go jump on a train and ride that fucker all the way to Carolina. But you know how this works. Everybody's got their own. Where did it go? Do you see it? Everybody's got their own way about life. I've got mine. Mine's just as abnormal as everybody else's is. But it's abnormal in a different way. Because I'm almost 50 years old, and I really could care less. I can build a house from the ground up. I am self-sufficient. I have enough skill that I'm almost positive that I can find a job in any economy. In any area, any economy. There's room for me in every instance. I'm a musician. I can play the drums, the guitar, the bass, the keyboard. I can sing a little tiny bit. I'm good at recording and mastering and mixing. I know how to wire speakers, audio, video, things like that. I can do a lot of different things. I mean, everybody can do a bunch of different things. There it is. I've pinpointed my values to certain things, to independent self-sufficiency and survival, because I've had to survive my whole life. And, my survival instincts have already kicked in. They kicked in years ago. I'm archer. I can work on any vehicle that is not surrounded by computer parts. That's why I like this 94 Jeep. I could damn near crawl in the damn hood, crawl in the wheel, in the engine well. I had a 79 Ford F-250 Super Cab. Super Cab. You know, I got joked for that when I had a Super Cab. It was like nobody had ever seen one. But they joked me because of the name, Super Cab. You got a Super Cab. And it was kind of a weird, it was like the cab, there was no door for it. It was just this big empty space behind the two seats. It just made it look weird. It made it look like it was off kilter. But, you know, it was a very rare, it had 306 cylinder, just like this Jeep does. And it had a 4-speed transmission. So the first gear was a granny gear, and that sucker was like, you could put that shit in granny gear and just idle and pull a house off its foundation. It wasn't in 4-wheel drive either. It was like, so yeah, it was like a 3-speed. So, you know, you're going from second to third to fourth. If you tried to start off in first, it was like, but it was a beast. I drove that sucker I drove it to the end and back. Drove it through, man. It had one of those old school. I don't think it was a hydraulic clutch. It was just, you actually had to push the freaking plates apart. It was like a bar that went from the clutch pedal down through the firewall into the transmission itself onto this little fork. And it was tough, but that fucker broke. And I was coming back from Newport News, going through the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel, and there was traffic. And I'm sitting there, it's stop and go, stop and go. And I was so mad that I was slamming the clutch down, and it just went wham and stuck to the floor because the bar broke, and it was like bam. I was like, what the fuck? What do I do now? Because I had to turn it off, put it in neutral, turn it off. So I would have to put it in gear, wait for people to move, turn the ignition, start it, and then have to like let off of the gas and just power slam it into gear. But I got so used to it, I drove it like that for like a year and a half. I adapted. I adapted that second. Yeah, I drive the fuck out of anything you want. You just tell me where it's at, and give me the key, and I'll figure it out. So, why am I dealing with this shit? Why the fuck am I heartbroken over some chick that can't figure out what the fuck her life is? What she wants to do? Whether I'm the man of her dreams, like she says the whole time we're together. But then as soon as an altercation comes up where she has to take accountability for making mistakes or change the way that she acts towards me because I demand it, because I deserve it. Treat the woman like gold, like diamond plated gold. There wasn't a thing she wanted for. I cooked meals that Chef Ramsay would have been impressed by for this woman. You know? I bought her flowers 3-4 times a month. Not because I felt like I had to, because I loved to see the look on her face when I gave them to her. And she kept them. She dried them out and all that stuff. I felt like it was for real. I felt like it was the one. But, you know, secrets, people keep secrets. And it's an old, outdated way of thinking that she has, because she's not used to anybody that it wouldn't have mattered. She could have told me. She could have told me that she was a nymphomaniac, prostitute, that liked group sex, and had 50 different partners, had a harem of dudes, a feeding schedule, so to speak. She could have told me that, she just screws everybody all the time. If she would have admitted it, if she would have just opened up and said anything. I'm not saying that she is all bad. I'm just saying that's the extent of where I would go. I'm not saying she is any of that. But she could have told me that she was, and I would have been hurt, mad. But I would have tried to work it out. If she wanted to work it out, I would have tried to work it out. That's how much I love that woman. Unconditionally. And I still do. But it's got to be from a distance. Because my soul can't take the betrayal anymore. And the demons that live inside me, they will not let it stand any longer. And it could really cause a lot of grief for the family members of a lot of people. Especially the ones that I have the addresses for. But, I'm just a guy here doing a video autobiography of my bullshit life that is totally super fantastic. Because bullshit, when mixed properly with earth, can make a very strong fertilizer. Very, very strong fertilizer. And it can be very, very abundant. And it can promote growth beyond anything. And, it's funny because I'm earth. The bullshit mixed with me, she is water. She waters. And we grow together. Or so it would be in a perfect world. But, she's young. I have to take that into consideration, even though, but she's 13 years younger than me, so, I got to think about that. It's like, what were you doing when you were 36? Ooh, do you really want to go there? You can ask Pleasant Park. What were you doing when you were 36? 18-year-olds? Oof, duh. But, hey, to each his own. I just love the connection between two souls when they look in each other's eyes. That's my main turn on, is if I can look in your eyes and you can look in mine and I feel like I'm swimming in you and I can just read you deeply, like completely. You got me. You got me. Ain't no lingerie, ain't no anything gonna match up to a soul connection. And that's what it's all about, is that soul connection. You have to be connected deeply within your being, or it's just a superficial lust Man, I tell you, I I just I don't I don't do the lust no more. I mean, yeah, I do enjoy a little bit of lust here and there, but I'm not gonna have. I'm not a sport. I'm not a sport fucker. I'm not out for the body count. I'm not out to bag women. I'm not. Oh man, what'd you do last weekend? Oh, I had sex with 4, 5, 6 different girls. No, me, I'm like, I sat around and played my guitar. I'm not even gonna put myself out there because I know how superficial the world is these days. And yeah, I've had the thoughts of, screw it, just go ahead and start slinging them through the door, one after the other. They want to just, happy hump days. Let's happy hump day it. Nah. Nope. Because I have something that does not allow that to happen. For some reason, even if I try to have a one night stand, there always end up being some kind of a connection involved within the night that makes us feel on a deeper level, no matter who it is, no matter what it's about. The last one night stand I had, she asked me to leave my house and go with her. It's like, I got a job here and shit, and I have a house and a dog. And, I appreciate the offer, but I wasn't that good. I was not that good. I mean, think about it. You got a guy that doesn't have sex a lot. What are you looking at here? Freaking lightning flash. Fucking quicker than a slick heels dick. You know what I mean? It's like, but that's the biggest problem with people that are in tune with their self, is that we know how to unlock certain aspects of a person that they've never been able to even tamper with. It's because we're looking for it forever. We're looking for somebody for the long run. We're looking for somebody to grow old with, somebody that you can just concentrate on and be that person's person, and you two together. That's what I'm looking for, is somebody to spend the rest of my life with, somebody that thinks along the lines of that I do, that is willing to be involved as I be involved. Somebody with like-minded hobbies, musician. I think that's where I screwed up. I asked God for a musician, and I think he thought I said lesson. But hey, thanks though. I'm good. I've learned. Lord, thank you. Man, I'm at almost 20 minutes. I wonder if I can post a 20-minute video on YouTube. Who's gonna watch a 20-minute fucking video of me with a green light in a Jeep yapping about bullshit and relationships and crap? Yeah. Somebody's probably got a more boring life than I do, so hopefully it'll help. But there is actually a reason for all this. I'm trying to break the ice to establish myself in a way that I can give people advice, because I've been through so many different situations. I've been through so much in so many different places, and I've learned people on a level of almost mathematical. in a good way. It's not like I'm calculated and manipulative, because I do not manipulate people. What you see is what you get, 100%. And there's no facade. I have no mask. I'm unique. I'm an individual. And I am very, very different. That's why I'm here talking to my phone on Christmas instead of family or friends. But I wouldn't have it any other way, because I'm not going to fuck myself over. At least I hope not.